What's up, guys? This is Will from the Mighty Beards of Gaming. I am the Mightiest Beard, bringing you my very first Battlefield 3 gameplay commentary. Now you'll notice here we're playing Team Deathmatch on Strike at Karkan. But before I get into that, I wanted to talk a little bit about that intro clip just for a second and mention that the two dudes that got shot out of the gunship did not throw accusations around. They just kind of accepted it and were cool about it, which is something you don't see very much anymore. Every time I'm in a game, someone dies, they're just like, this dude's definitely hacking. He's definitely got hacks. No. He just killed you, man. It happens in this game. That's what this game's all about. And I get this guy right here with the SKS, and then I get mad suppressed, which is a problem that we're going to run into quite a bit in this gameplay. This guy, I missed him with the grenade, but he comes chasing, and I take him down, and I try to put some rounds into this guy. The suppression really keeps me at bay, and I get taken down by a guy also using an SKS with a scope that I don't understand on an SKS, because for me, it's really not a long-range weapon. You don't need a 7X telling everyone where you're at. And I saw that guy duck down there, and I thought I might slam dunk him with a grenade, but my buddies rolled in. And then I'm going to speed this clip up right here, which isn't something I really like to do, but you'll notice here that I just lay on the ground trying not to die. But thankfully, my buddy nearby drops down a bro pack, and I get heals every time I get shot. These guys are just throwing rounds down, bodies dropping in front of me, but I just keep shooting and hitting no one. I get one kill assist out of that whole ordeal. And now we're back. And this guy tries to flank around, but he gets capped through the bushes. And this is a good example of why when I play with the SKS, I never use it as a sniper rifle. I use it more of a battle rifle. This my rifle, my battle rifle. Because the bullet drop on this thing just does not allow you to take advantage of the long range that the bolt action sniper rifles give you. So, especially on TDM, if you want to use a battle rifle like this, you've got to keep it close enough range that you can manage when you scope in. Now you see here I've come around on these guys who were camped before, and I try to make a decision here that's bad. No, me. You can't shoot a dude with the G18 from that far away. And I almost get capped right here, but luckily that little inlet provided a good enough cover for that guy to basically disappear. And I do some more speeding up here, and I apologize for that, but I thought that I could go up there and get the drop on those guys that were camping behind the corner there. And really, I just run around for a minute and then Spider-Man off the roof. Now, I left this in here because I did something kind of silly. I thought I made this jump right here, but instead I do some kind of Tony Hawk lip stall, and then instead I put 2 rounds into the wall. So I was doing pretty well working that far lane that I was just in, and I got out of it right here. So I'm going to move my way back that way, and I have a little surprise party for this guy right here, but I don't bring him presents, I bring him bullets, and he goes down from the hip fire of the SKS, which is actually pretty solid, especially with the foregrip and the flash suppressor on there. And I put 1 round into Alabama Ghost Wolf as he goes down, and I take this guy out, and then I run out of bullets because I was a scrub and didn't reload beforehand, and I see a guy in the minimap, but there's another dude just waiting for me to turn around so he can put more bullets in me and get the kill. Now, I obviously get spawned in the exact opposite place from where I want to be in the other lane that I've been having pretty decent luck working in, but this is a really good example of why the SKS is not great for long range. Watch where this first bullet goes. It's like 1.5 feet in front of his face, and then it puts the next couple rounds where it's supposed to go. So like I said, I want to move back over to this far lane where I've been doing pretty well, and I want to head upstairs to the second part of this building because I expect that the back wall is blown out. Nope. I was really surprised because almost every other game I play, that back wall just gets blown out by tanks and RPGs. And it makes for a really nice overlook for that long lane there. And I stop here. Now you really have to listen here. You know, I hang out up here for a little while and don't get anyone. But if you listen, you can hear some footsteps. Ready? There it is. And I swoop around. And these guys just needed to take their boots off or something. They were making way too much noise. And I get these 2 gentlemen right here. And then I hear a third guy after I reload trying to come at me, so I just wait for him. And he doesn't think that I'll be waiting because he thinks he's being sneaky pants, but not so much. So from here, it really seems like their whole team wanted to have a party on this second floor because 2 more guys are coming, and I chase this guy down. Come on, buddy. Buddy, wait for me. Ready? High five, bro. High five. So I get that guy, and I know his buddy's coming up behind him, and I try to sneak around and get him. But no dice, as his buddy hiding in the corner gets me with his SV98 sniper rifle. So I get spawned back here, which is my least favorite place to get spawned, and I just kind of shoot at folks for a while, which I guess is the whole point of this game. But I only get that one guy, and I really run around back here for way too long. And then I'm going to stop here because, watch this. Swish. You see that body go flying? I don't know what it is about it, but every time that happens in this game, I laugh, and I have to go back and watch it over and over again. Now this little corner where this guy is may seem like a really good place to hide, but if someone knows you're there, there's no way you're getting out of there alive. They're just going to put bullets on you until you die. Now I start getting shot in the back here, and I run out the back, and I'm going to show you exactly what a doorway looks like when you're not supposed to go through it. Look at all those bullets coming at me through that door. That means don't go in there. Don't peek it. Don't be a hero and peek it. Just wait. Just wait till the bullets stop and the dudes kind of forget about you, because it will happen. They'll get bored, and they'll run away, and they'll go try to shoot other stuff. So I move up here to the top of these steps in this doorway that lets me look out, but you got to be really careful up here. Notice I don't hang out there very long, because when you're up there, it's so easy to get an RPG kill. It's so easy to get an RPG kill on snipers that hang out in that little area. Because really, as long as your RPG or your small round hits anywhere up there, hello, Alabama Ghost Wolf, you're going down again. As long as your RPG or your small hits anywhere on that little hut that's sitting on top of those roofs, that guy is toast. It's the easiest kill you can get in this game. All you have to do and try to slam dunk someone that I see on my minimap up there, and nothing happens. But yeah, be careful on those little roof huts. Oh, hello, guy. High five, bro? No? All right, well, you're going down anyway. So like I said before, pretty much every time you go into this second floor, that back wall is just toasted. But still, no one has taken it out. And it's kind of a bummer, because I really like using it to kind of peek that long hallway there. But I do come over here, and this is a pretty good position for me. I do only get that one guy, as this is TDM, and there's not going to be a constant flow into that area as there would be on, like, Rush or Conquest. But as you can see, you do get a pretty good vantage point of that whole lane right there. You just don't want to hang out there very long, because anyone with a sniper rifle will be able to pick you off real easy, especially bolt action. One bolt action shot will just take you out. Now, that grenade I just threw was hopefully going to soften those guys up that I saw on my mini-map, but unfortunately it didn't. But I did get that one guy, the second guy, and his slithery little friend here shimmies out from the side and takes me down. And I get a revive for, like, the only time in TDM, and I'm just trying to say thank you, bro. Just trying to thank my friend, and that you repay me by shooting me in the back. That's not very nice. And then again, I get spawned in my least favorite area to get spawned, and I try to work my way back over to my other lane, and I make a big mistake right here, but it doesn't hurt me. But never stand in the middle of the road and try to shoot people. That's stupid. Look what I'm doing right now. That was a dumb move. But I survived my dumbness right there and moved my way back around to this lane. And I see this guy right here, and I think he's doing a great job, so I give him a high five. And I try to move forward and keep working this lane, and I get his friend, and now we're going to see where the SKS really starts to suffer from the suppression again. So I get this one guy, no problem, but his buddy on the roof suppresses the hell out of me. And if you were watching, you could see that the reticle was pretty much on him for every shot, but you could see the bullets just flying past his head. And I do get him right here, a big explosive headshot that doesn't kill him, obviously, for some reason. And then I think I'm going to get this tricky little sniper in the back, but Alabama Ghost Wolf comes in and does like a bodyguard kind of dive in front of the bullets thing for him. But I do eventually get him. But you can see again right there, it was so suppressed. It took me way more shots than it should have to take out that guy from the end. Also, you gotta give it to Alabama Ghost Wolf for really taking one for the team right there, because not only did he go down in a hail of gunfire protecting his buddy, but he also got me down to 0 and got one of those really frustrating kill screens where you're like, 0%? How did he survive? You've all gotten those before, where you get them down to like 1 or 2 or 0%, and then you pull your hair out because you think that your bullets should have done more damage, or maybe you should have like run up to him and gotten a millimeter closer so that your bullets did do that, 1% more damage that it would have done. Now, as you guys know by now, I really enjoy being inside this building. I can usually get a lot of kills when I'm parked in here, and I try to bank this grenade underneath where I saw that guy chilling out. And I get a hit marker on him, so I thought I could do this really sweet 180 with my G18, but instead I just threw a handful of Skittles at him and totally missed. And Alabama Ghost Wolf gets his revenge on me, since I've killed him 3 or 4 times already this round. And again, I get spawned back here, my least favorite spot to get spawned. It's not terrible, but it's just, you get stuck back there, and you'll see later on in this round that it's really easy to get pinned back there. But I make good use of it this time. I actually do some pretty good work from here. I get this guy that comes around the corner with a few rounds. And then I swing over here and I see that none other than Alabama Ghost Wolf is trying to chase one of my buddies into that inlet that I told you about earlier. But now he's free to leave. I can pick this guy off from up here and then continue supporting this little cross alleyway right here. Then I get one more guy at the bottom of the staircase trying to peek into that little building, and no sir. And then this guy, there's a lot of suppression going on right here, but I do eventually manage to get 2 or 3 bullets into him that take him down. So I'm going to try to move over back to the other lane where I've spent most of my time, and that takes a second, so I'm going to take a minute and apologize for how long this is getting. It's already 11 minutes long, and it winds up being close to 20 or 21. What's up, dude? That's why you check your mini-map. I saw him on the mini-map and saw him coming and decided that I needed to fill in. Oh, a little warning shot from my friend there. Don't run around a corner so fast. If we were hardcore, you'd be dead. But as you can see right here, I find myself getting suppressed and just trying to hide from the bullets, even though I have no idea where they're coming from. And here, check this out. Alabama Ghost Wolf trying to rush out of that top end of this map. And that's a really good example of what I was talking about before, of how easy it is to get pinned down in this map on that side. You can see there's just 4 or 5 of us on my team just looking in that direction. Anyone who spawns up there, and that's clearly where they're spawning right now, is just going down. But I could see on the mini-map people moving in on us from our left, and I want to try to come around here and flank them, but Jackie Joyner Kersey here is hopping hurdles and doesn't take any of my bullets because that mechanic is busted still. Now I get spawned right here on the opposite end of the map, which is great for me personally because I really like being able to move back around to that far lane where I've been, and I shoot this guy 4 times in the big toe and get 59 kill assists. But this is one of my favorite things about this game, is like I got a 59 kill assist and a 50 suppression assist, so I got 109 points. I would have only gotten 100 points if I actually gotten that kill, but the only thing I lose is that 1 point on my KD. But, you know, that's KD, who cares? So I see a couple dudes down here, and I get this guy, and I try to shoot at this next guy, but he's way too far away for this SKS to really work. And you can see here that I'm trying to lead him a little bit, but it really, and I thought I got him with that first one, but it really, you can't get shots from that far away. And I start to take some damage, and I run up into my little apartment that I like working in so much. And this is an instance where I know where the guy is, I put a couple of rounds downfield, and he should obviously be suppressed, and then I get shot in the face by one. So I feel like the Mark II is way less affected by suppression than the SKS is. So obviously I spawn in right about the same spot again, so I'm going to head right back, and this is a reason why I get so mad when people get angry in this game about campers. Because I just got killed by a guy that was camping. And you know what? It showed me exactly where he is, so I'm going to go back for him. It's not that big of a deal. You go back, you shoot him. You know exactly where he is. If he's camping, he's probably not moving. So he tries to have a little slumber party to get away from me, and I can see him shimmying around on that rooftop over there. And that's why this roof is so wonderful, because you can really get a pretty good vantage point on just about everything. And then I go back down to try to hang out in my apartment here that I like being in so much. And I see a gentleman that wants to come to the party, but he's not invited. He's just not invited, so I take him down. So what I do now is I use my dandy little thing called the mini-map that gets me to point my gun at nothing for a good 20 seconds. I saw a guy running down the far, far lane there, back behind that building where my buddy's is, and he disappears. And I see a guy on the mini-map, and no sprinting! And I thought I saw another guy go into that little doorway right there, but he must have actually gone inside the building, which I know you can't do, so don't call me out on that. He disappeared inside the building. And I left this part in here because I make a mistake, and I don't want you guys to make this same mistake. I know there's people coming. So what do? I crouch down out in the open and make myself an easy target, obviously. That was the right call. No, that was really stupid. I made myself immobile, and then this guy bunny hopped around the corner with an MTAR, shot me with 50,000 rounds, since that thing has like a 4,000 round per minute rate of fire, and then he just took me down. And then I spawned again in my least favorite spot, and this is what I'm talking about. Look how long it takes me to move out of here. I get no kills. I just keep getting pinned, suppressed. I'm almost dead right now. No one's dropping me health. It's just, you know, a crapshoot back here. You can't really accomplish anything until you move out, but there's really nowhere to move out. You see, I keep getting suppressed, and then that guy takes me down. And then finally I get spawned in an area of the map where I like to play, back in the lane that I like to be in, at least 2 lanes at least, this far west lane and that one. And then, what's up, dude? Look left before you look right. Look both ways before you cross the road. And I thought there might be someone up in my really cool apartment, so I try to make this shot, and I make it. Got to admit, it's a pretty good shot, but there's no one up there. I'm just really paranoid. So again, what I'm trying to do is move right back up to my apartment that I think is a really cool spot, which gives me the really good vantage point of this secondary lane here, and I go into my apartment, and again, I am baffled that this wall has not been taken out. It provides such good cover for looking down that lane, but no one has shot it out yet. And again, I'm forced to go to the roof to check out my lane. But I see that this guy down here is trying to suppress or take down some guys down here, so he puts his MLG bipod down. And I see this dude scoot around, and watch this. I shoot this dude in literally the only area that I can see of him twice, which is his face, and he doesn't go down. I must have, like, nicked his ear or something, and he just didn't take enough damage. And I see that guy go down right there, and I just see, like, this is... Don't Rambo revive. That medic right there that just revived that guy clearly knows that there was an MG mounted on a bipod right there. He just watched 50 rounds fly by his face. And you should do that, by the way, as well. Shoot the med packs when you see them. Just shoot the med packs, especially if they're not yours, unless you need some HP. But my test there was, I thought that their medic was still going to be there, and I shot his med pack to see if he would drop another. And he didn't, which was surprising to me, because he just revived that guy. Now, I know I'm fast-forwarding, so it's going to be hard to see, but I tried to pull another one of those slick 180 moves that I tried to pull earlier with my Glock, but instead I just threw more Skittles at that guy, and he did not taste the rainbow. I tasted bullets. It was not a fun time. And apparently, I just shouldn't be trying to pull off that move where I drop down from above and try to do some cool Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, rappel down into the room and take out everybody. It's not working. And then this guy gets absolutely executed. So I hopped up here to this roof, and I still really just want to work this far lane, and I take this guy out on the roof, being a little roof camper, which I can't really complain about, I guess, because I'm being a little roof camper right now, but I really enjoy this roof right here because you're surrounded on 3 sides by walls, and you can just crouch down and shoot people. So you can see here, when I hop down, I corrected my mistake that I made earlier by standing in the middle of the road and shooting people. It's like, I've scooted over to the side so I can get into cover easy, and I take this guy out, and I hopped more into cover, which I could not have done before, so that I could actually reload, which was, you know, the first smart thing I've done all game. And then I kick a field goal from the 50-yard line, and it's good. I was a little nervous waiting in there because I heard the building next to me collapsing, but I guess that didn't really matter because I stepped out and got shot by the guy with the SV98 that's been hanging out in that far corner pretty much the entire game. And then again with this crap spawn. I don't know what this game's obsession is with putting me down this side. There's 2 big problems with getting stuck down there. You can either get pinned really bad, or there's no one, and there's nothing for you to do, and you can just run around, and it takes you 20 minutes to get back into the action. You're not helping your team or doing anything. And I get this guy, nice duck move there, dude. And let me talk to your friend about ducking down, too. It's just not going to save you from the SKS, which is a complete beast at medium to long range, especially with this holoscope. And look here. This is the same situation that I was in earlier, where I was shooting at a guy that was standing behind those concrete blocks, and all I could see was his face, and I shot him twice, and that guy actually went down, and the other guy did not. I don't really understand what happened there, but that time, the bullets actually did the amount of damage that they were supposed to do, and I took a guy down. Now I come down here to try to move in back on my lane, back in my cool little apartment. I see this guy dancing around up here, the guy that got me earlier, and I put one shot right there at the end into the most lethal spot on a human's body, which is clearly their left shoulder. If you shoot someone in the left shoulder, they're going to go down. And I see this guy, and then Captain Jumble Name comes out of nowhere with his L85A2 and takes me out, which is disappointing. And again, I believe this is one of my final spawns. So I'm not going to have to get stuck back in that corner anymore. And thankfully, these guys have this edge held down so that I can actually move out. And I try to shoot at this guy right here, but apparently I only like to shoot walls and not heads. So I move out from here, and I'm going to show you something right here that I was talking about earlier. I go back up these same stairs that I was talking about, and the hut right here is gone. You can't really see, but you can see that there's just rubble surrounding the top of this staircase. That's one rocket just took that down. One RPG, one SMAW takes that down. And I see a pile of guys down there lurking in the darkness, and the laser sight blinds me, and I was just doing some bad shooting right there, shooting at blobs of dark in the darkness. So now we're getting close here to the end of the game, and I just wanted to say thanks to everyone for sticking around and watching this whole thing. I know it's really long. The next one's maybe just as long. It's a little harder to get a full game commentary down to size when you're playing these larger games on PC, but I'm going to give it a shot. Also, me and my friend NorthernBeard are going to be getting together and doing a lot of... Hello, Mr. Rocket. Time to hide. But me and my friend NorthernBeard, another member of the MightyBeards game, are going to be getting together and doing some more commentaries, doing some more series for you guys, trying to produce some content and make this YouTube channel, you know, a lot of fun, something that you guys can keep coming back to. We know we're a little late to the party in the BF3 commentary realm, but we're hoping to kind of get into things here and just be kind of a fresh voice in this world for you guys. So don't forget to like and subscribe this video if you had a good time, and as you can see here I go 51-16, which, you know, for me I think is pretty good. You know, anything greater than 3-1 I think is pretty good, and after years and years of sucking at Counter-Strike, it really makes me think that anything better than 1-1 is pretty good, but I know that that's not the case in Battlefield 3. But anyway, 51-16, I think that was pretty good. Once again, I want to thank you guys for sticking around. Like, subscribe, come on back, and hopefully we'll have some more content for you soon. Goodbye.